Oh, there you are, YouTube. So my wife and I, we are watching all of Keanu Reeves' movies, the ones where he's the star, the one where he's the secondary character, even the ones where he has a cameo, like this movie, even Cowgirls Get the Blues, which is directed by Gus Van Sant. Kinda pretentious director, and maybe not always, but I think so with this film. It's very, very different. Just listen to the synopsis. I don't know who to attribute this synopsis to. It's just like when you type in the title of the movie, Google comes up with this, but I'll add some of my own stuff. Maybe this is auto-generated. I don't know. They don't give you they don't tell you who it's from. But basically, it is a beautiful young woman with unusually large thumbs. Sissy Hankshaw, played by Uma Thurman, decides fittingly enough to become a hitchhiker. After finding work as a model for feminine products, Sissy goes to shoot an ad at the Rubber Rose, a ranch owned by the Countess, played by John Hurt, the company's flamboyant cross-dressing head. While at the ranch, Sissy meets numerous other eccentric characters, including an outgoing and rebellious cowgirl named Bonanza Jellybean, played by Rain Phoenix. They then, and the other cowgirls, decide to take over this ranch with guns and the scent of their vaginas as weapons. And they are successful in doing so. And when they take over this ranch, they drug a bunch of whooping cranes, I think they're whooping cranes, with peyote. That's what this movie's about. So, that just sounds like a normal movie, right? So because we are marathoning Keanu movies, I'll talk about his part. Basically, he doesn't have a large part. It's a cameo. I mean, it's a cameo because we know he is Keanu Reeves. I feel like they could have put anybody in there. It's not like such a small role to where it's like, hey, in the background, I think that was Keanu Reeves. But he's basically just a date for her, and he has seen her in ads, and when he finally meets her, it's kind of like, a blind date sort of thing. When he finally meets her, he can't breathe. He has like an asthma attack, and he has to, talk very breathy, and he basically gets no opportunities to actually date her because of, the way he responded. That's basically his role. But there are a lot of cameos in this. Heather Graham is in it. Because Uma Thurman is a hitchhiker, we're jumping from person to person to person, seeing these different people, and within these groups of people, you may recognize someone. Oh, that's that person. Oh, that's that person. But this movie, I don't know what... I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. It's... I think Roger Ebert said it's an exercise in wasting time. And I feel like that could be true, because I don't really know fully what the point is, but I haven't thought about it too deeply. I just watched it today. I don't know, it's about loss, perhaps. I don't know. It's just funny because she's wearing these prosthetic thumbs, and they go to about here. That's almost like, 8 inches of thumb? And she is the greatest hitchhiker in the world because of these thumbs. Every car she sees, they will stop. It is such an obscure premise. It sounds like one of those movies that Kevin Smith would make. That, like today, how Kevin Smith, he'll just be talking on a podcast and something weird will pop up and he's like, hey, I'll make a movie about that. Like Tusk. I haven't watched a lot of those movies, but I know Tusk is one. I think it just started out as a podcast conversation, and then he's like, let's turn that into a movie. Jaws the Walrus, basically. And that's sort of what this is. It's just somebody saying, I bet somebody with really large thumbs would be really good at hitchhiking. And let's make a movie about it. And also, actually, this started out as a book by someone named Tom, an author named Tom, who did the narration for this movie. But I don't know. I'm having trouble talking about it, and I don't know really what to say other than I like that a movie like this can get made because it is incredibly strange, incredibly weird. You read that synopsis and you're like, what? Okay, I guess I have to see this. And you know, it's not a life-changing movie. It's not one of my favorite movies. I don't hate it, but would I watch it again? I might watch it again. I can see myself watching it again. But it really is just what am I getting out of this? What is this about? Rebellion? It's okay to rebel? I don't know. I don't know what I should be pulling from this movie. Do I need to be pulling anything from it? Maybe it's one of those movies like Tom Berenger's talking about in The Big Chill. Remember in The Big Chill when Tom Berenger's like, sometimes you just gotta let art wash over you. That's sort of what I did with this movie. I was just glad that something so strange and obscure was made that I just wanted to absorb it without thinking too deeply. Maybe on a second viewing I might do that, but maybe there's nothing there that needs to be investigated too deeply. But I'm just happy this movie exists. And when I think of Gus Van Sant's movies, you know, I don't like them all. I haven't seen them all. But this one, I feel like am I liking it now? I don't know what I was thinking of it while I was watching it. I don't know where I would place it on any sort of ranking, but I feel like in my head, while sitting here rambling, bumbling about nothing about this movie, I'm deciding that maybe I like it. But not because of any sort of message or anything, but just its existence. I think I like this movie because it exists. And it's so obscure, so strange, but also accessible. Like it's not, I feel like anybody could watch it. You know, it's not like Human Centipede 2, where you're like, you know, that's not accessible. Everybody can't watch that. But this movie I feel like everybody could watch, and they would walk away saying, that was weird. That was different. Also, Rain Phoenix looks so much like River. And by River, I don't mean River. This movie was dedicated to River, though, to River Phoenix. You know, Gus Van Sant did My Own Private Idaho, which is somewhere back here. And Keanu's in that. But Rain looks so much like Joaquin. Like I was just looking at Rain on screen and thinking, that is Joaquin Phoenix right there. It was wild. It was, I mean, they could be twins. They could be twins. But yeah, I'm having trouble coming up with anything to say other than this movie is an odd film, and I'm glad that it exists. The premise, you know, maybe, I don't know if the movie lives up to what I, like the synopsis that you can read. So, I don't know, maybe you just need to hear the synopsis and you get it, but no, John Hurt does some things that I was really impressed with, like his movements. When he gets slapped, oh man, that's a spoiler, I guess. When he gets knocked out, the way he moves during that moment is pretty good. But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling here, which I guess is sort of my thing, but yeah, I don't know if you need to check this out or not, but if you can find it, it's a very difficult movie to find. Watch Even Cowgirls Get the Blues if you want something strange to watch. It's not that strange. I feel like the synopsis is strange, but as you're watching it, you're just like watching it. You're not like, whoa, this is weird. I mean, every once in a while when you see her thumbs, you're like, yeah, that's weird. But it has a strange accessibility to it, is all I'm saying. Quick little jump here. I wanted to check what my DVD and video guide from 2005 said about this movie. Now, Roger Ebert gave Even Cowgirls Get the Blues half a star. This book gives it 2 stars. And it says, born... Wait a second, is this the same thing that I read earlier? No, okay. Born with unusually large thumbs, Sissy Hankshaw becomes the world's greatest hitchhiker, a passion she pursues when not hanging out at a health spa with a band of nonconformist cowgirls. It's an incoherent, undramatic, and humorless adaptation of Tom Robbins' popular counterculture novel. So that's what they say here. Humorless. I feel like I was laughing. Not uncontrollably, but I was laughing. And incoherent? I guess so, but feels purposeful. Undramatic? Maybe. But yeah, that's what this book says. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this review, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.